everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have a video that I thought I should do because it is important to address the elephant in the room. So it's going to be about why I cut my hair. If you've been following me on Instagram, which if you don't, you should, because I upload daily and I put pictures of everything that I find inspiring in my life. So I will leave a link to that on the screen right now. So if you're not following me there, please do follow me, and also on Snapchat. So if you follow me on those, you will know that I cut my hair. A couple of weeks ago, I decided that it was time to chop my locks off, and I had had my hair long for, I don't even remember how long. I think for the longest time, I think I cut it short about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and I went absolutely wild. My hair was like almost down to my waist, and I decided to go short. And at that time, it was when everybody was cutting their hair like Victoria Beckham, and I thought, why not? Let me do the same thing. So I decided to go for that cut that she had, where it was like shorter at the back and longer at the front. It was like a bob, but like not the same length at the front and at the back. So yeah, I decided to go for that. I will insert a picture if I find one on the screen of what I looked like. And yeah, I cut it and I was happy for about a week, and then I was fed up with my hair. I was so miserable. I wanted my long hair back. I found it so annoying that I couldn't tie it up in a ponytail, that I couldn't, do anything with my hair. All I could do was just let it loose, and I always had to kind of straighten it, and it didn't look that great with straighteners. It only looked nice when I blow dried it at the salon, and I was a student back then, and that was obviously not an option. So yeah, it made my life really difficult. So I vowed when I cut my hair that time that I was never going to cut my hair again. And yeah, then I just let it grow, and it took a really long time to kind of grow all the way back, just obviously because I had cut it really, really short. So I decided to let it grow back, and I kind of really liked it when it was sort of at this sort of medium length. I felt that my hair had a lot of volume and bounce to it, and it looked very pretty. I will insert a picture if I can find one again so that you can see what it looked like. But yeah, I sort of let it grow, and then came the time in the middle when I got engaged. And yeah, for my wedding, it was going to be like a full blast Indian wedding, so I really wanted to have beautiful, long, luscious locks and look like a Bollywood star. So I decided to let it grow, and my hair was very, very long. It was all the way down to my waist. So I will insert some pictures here from my wedding so you can see how long my hair was. And I really loved it. It was so beautiful. I really enjoyed having it that long. In my honeymoon, I looked like a Indian princess with my long hair, and I really loved it. And it was quite healthy, even though it was so long. I made sure I put masks on it every week, and it was really healthy. Like, it was long, but it was beautiful. And I'd always had layered cuts up until I cut it short, and that was also pretty layered. But then as it grew, I thought, you know what, it always looks like at the bottom of my hair, it looks like I hardly have any hair. And as you can see, I've got pretty thick and quite a lot of hair. So, but it always seemed really kind of poor and like just horrible on the bottom layer, and I figured that was because I had so many layers in my hair, and obviously there was very little hair that was coming up to the last layer. So I decided to let my hair grow out and just make it all one length. That obviously took a lot of time because it meant I had to keep trimming it to kind of make it all again one length. And my stylist told me that all one length was going to look too heavy because I had a lot of hair. It was very, very long, and so we decided to go with just a couple of really long layers at the bottom. But with that, even though it looked really beautiful and it gave it a little bit of movement, and when I curled it, it looked more nice than if I had like everything one length, I always felt that as the layers grew out, my hair always was at a kind of a V at the back, and I really hate that. It's like a pet peeve. I just hate it, and I want the hair to be straight. But I can never achieve that because obviously I had to have some layers in. But yeah, so I let it grow, and it got longer and longer and longer. And even though I was getting kind of trims to kind of keep it healthy, it was getting really, really long, and obviously really heavy with that. Then I went to India, and I got my hair blow dried for a wedding, and unfortunately the stylist who blow dried my hair just gave it so much heat that it just burnt. So basically when I would touch my hair at the bottom, it would literally just crumble in between my fingers. I was devastated. I cried for a whole night because my hair was my pride and joy, and it just made me really miserable that they'd ruined it. Also by this time, so up until my wedding, I'd been using really soft colouring that didn't have kind of any ammonia in it. So my hair was pretty healthy, but I'd always have the same problem that my hair would tend to go very brassy or kind of orangey or reddish as and when the colour started to fade a little bit. So I could never achieve that really ashy brown that I wanted. And I'd wanted highlights for the longest time. And before my wedding, I got some highlights done, but they just all went so brassy that I cried, and I just went all brown, and I just dyed it all the same colour. By the way, my natural hair, if you don't know it, is naturally kind of pitch black. So after the wedding, I found Nikki Lazu, who is a wonderful colorist. I will link her info below. She's on Instagram and all the rest of it. So she's great, and she really can work with Asian hair. So I decided to go to her and see what she could do for my hair. And finally, we achieved a great color. So she gave me those really beautiful kind of ashy light brown highlights that I wanted, and an ashy brown color, which is roughly the color I have now. We did go a little bit lighter at one point, but it's roughly the way it looks now. So she was great, and she really gave me the color I wanted, but obviously she had to use bleach to achieve that, and that really dried out my hair. So that, combined with the fact that it was really long, that I wasn't trimming it often enough, and that the stylist in India burnt it, made my hair a disaster. After I came back, and I'm sorry this video is getting so rambly and so long, but I feel like I need to tell you my hair history for you to understand why I got to this stage. So basically, when I came back, I went and I got a hair treatment done. Well, I got a couple of them. It was called hair Botox, and I got it done at a salon in London, and it was basically a L'Oreal treatment that was meant to kind of replenish all the nourishment that your hair didn't have and rebond your hair. By the way, at this time I was also using Olaplex, which Nikki recommended, and that worked wonders for my hair. I've got blog posts on all of this stuff, so I will link them below. And yeah, so I got this treatment done, and although it did improve the kind of state of my hair a lot, it obviously couldn't recover it fully. So I got a few trims. I did this treatment, this hair Botox treatment, which by the way is amazing. If you want me to do a video on it, I will do. I don't know if it's still available. I think they might have discontinued it, but it's so good. It's such a good treatment. So it really kind of re-nourished my hair. It brought the shine back. I felt like it looked healthier, and it was a little bit softer, but my hair has never been very tangly, and I was finding that it was literally impossible to brush my hair once I washed it. I struggled, and it took me or my stylist over like an hour to kind of almost get my hair to like a normal state. It was so difficult to brush through. So I started also using the Philip Kingsley mask, which worked wonders on my hair and really made it a lot better. And again, there's a blog post on the Philip Kingsley mask, so we'll link that below. It is a really good mask, especially if you've got long color treated hair. And yeah, so all those things were bringing the life back into my hair, but it just wasn't what it used to be. I think it was just dead, and no matter what I did to it, I just couldn't bring it back to what my hair was before. And I was devastated because I loved my long hair, but you know what, I was like, right, I think I need to do something about it. Also, my hair at this point was falling a lot, so I just felt like I'm losing a lot of hair. I was taking like vitamins and whatever, but it just kind of wasn't cutting the mustard. I felt like I just needed to go for a haircut. So Olivia Palermo has always been a huge inspiration, and I was going through her pictures and I realized that she had like some pictures where she had her hair sort of till here, so it was like, it wasn't a lob really, it was a bit longer than a lob, but it just looked so amazing and so chic and so classy, and I loved the kind of vibe it gave off. And kind of researching, I realized that there were so many people that were cutting their hair this length, and yeah, the lob was really in at the moment, and even though I was like heartbroken and I was like, no, I don't want to lose my long hair, I thought, you know what, I was going to a wedding and it was an Indian wedding, and I always feel that long hair looks beautiful with like Indian outfits, but I was like, you know what, I'll come back from the wedding and I'm just gonna get it cut. So I did a bit of research on how I wanted it to look, and also there is this blogger who I follow called Suzanne Hendricks. She's absolutely hilarious. If you don't follow her, I will link her channel below. She is the most funny, and I just love her personality. She's so bubbly, she's so funny in front of the camera, and I love her husband as well. He's so sweet. So yeah, I love their videos. But yeah, she also had really long thick hair like mine, and she went short and she cut it on a lob, and I have to say I didn't want to cut it that short as she went at the start, just because I remembered my previous experience and I was like, I don't want to cut my hair and then regret it a week later, and I still need to be able to do a ponytail and, you know, do something with my hair, but I want to go shorter because I feel like I need to cut off all this dead bit at the end. So I was browsing through her pictures, and now she has it, like now it's quite long, but in between she had sort of this length. It's a little bit longer than I have it now, maybe to like here, and she looked absolutely amazing, and I feel I've got like a similar skin tone to her, slightly similar facial shape. Hers is a little bit more angular, but yeah, slightly similar. So I thought, you know what, if it looks good on her, it might look okay on me. So I decided it was time to take the plunge and cut my hair short. But like I said, I wanted a length where I could still do stuff to my hair. So I did a lot of research into how I wanted it cut as well. And I thought this was the time to go for a one length cut. So I'd never gone for like a one length kind of blunt cut before, because like I said, I like my hair with a lot of volume, and I felt that that made it look really flat. But now that I was going shorter, I could really take advantage and do it. So I just decided to go for a really blunt cut, all one length, and just leaving my bangs, which I had from before, and just kind of bangs be, just because I feel they frame my face better than if I just let all my hair be long at the front around the bit that frames my face. So I decided to then research who I wanted to cut my hair, and I watched Lydia's video. So Lydia Millen, again I'll link her channel below, she's great, and I love her hair. She's got really long hair and she's got pretty thick hair as well, and I loved her haircut though, and I said, you know what, I want a similar thing but in shorter. So she said that she went to the Michael John salon. I did a bit of research online, wrote a few reviews, and went on Instagram, and I got directed to the wonderful Tamim who cut my hair. He is honestly so wonderful, so lovely, and he did such a great job. He completely got the vibe of what I wanted, and he gave me so much confidence that it was going to look good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Tamim. He was absolutely wonderful, and he did a great job with my hair. I will insert more pictures of what it looks like, so that you can see what it looks like from the back, and yeah, and he did such a wonderful job with my hair. I really, really loved it, and he gave me the most wonderful blow dry. And yeah, I just feel it looks so much healthier, and I'm so happy that I cut it off. I was a bit hesitant at the beginning. Like I said, I've cut off about 10 inches of hair, so it was like down to my waist, and I was scared that I was going to cut it and it was going to be all over again, the same situation. I was going to hate it and I was going to be really miserable. But it hasn't been like that at all. I'm so happy with the short hair. I find it so easy to style. I'm much more willing to do stuff myself and try stuff out and not have to wait for my weekly blow dry. So now I go and get a weekly blow dry once a week, but I kind of style it at home once a week, and this way I can wash it twice a week, and I find that in like half an hour I've had time to blow dry and style it, and it looks perfect. It takes so little time to wash, and yeah, it really keeps the lift at the top. It's just so much easier to brush through, and it feels so much healthier. The ends are finally not just impossible to brush through. It looks more shiny, and it falls a lot less, and I still feel like, you know, I can put it up into a ponytail, As you can see, I still have enough hair to put up a ponytail. I can make a small bun, so I can still put it up when I go to the gym, and yeah, it's just really versatile, and I'm really loving it. I think it looks really chic, very trendy, and a bit of a change, so I'm really happy with the haircut. If you do want to know any more info about the stylist or about what I do with my hair or anything else, just pop a question in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload once a week and I will start uploading twice a week from next week onwards, so do definitely subscribe to my channel so I can see you for more videos. I will leave all my social media links on the screen, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!